What's your problem?
Just caught, mister.
What's your problem?
Just when I thought I'd actually get somewhere first for once.
Hello there, Mr. Reed. I didn't expect to see you here so soon.
Do we know each other?
Well, I must say, I'm a little hurt. The Yellow Kings know everything that goes on in this Borg, and that includes you.
I've seen some of your gang's handiwork before. What's your angle?
Us? Well, call us concerned citizens. And this is just the kind of situation we concern ourselves with. I believe you recently lost something important. We're here to make sure you get it back.
The seal.
Uh-huh. Gotta find it before you go complete cuckoo like all them chosen before you.
So what do you get out of this?
I just do what I'm told. And my boss was very clear about this.
Your boss? Who would that be?
Oh, don't you worry, sir. He'll find you when all is said and done.
What did you just say about the other Chosen?
All the Chosen go bonkers eventually. Whatever you're doing, you better step on it. You ain't safe. And from what I hear, it's been showing.
So, do we have a problem or not?
Not at all. You're here already. Do your thing. Just leave us be while we do ours. If Evernote Blackwood shows his face, we'll put him down for good this time. Don't you worry. You go on, Mr. Reed. Snoop away.
We've got your back, Mr. Reed.
Don't worry. We'll stand watch. Whoa now. Do I look like a Blackwood to you?
Whoa. What gives?
You think you're the only one here with a gun?
I'm lucky you bastards left your research before you fled. All of the Chosen are here.
Looks like everybody left mid-meeting. How old is this? Someone could have cleaned this up, right?
You are here, Mr. Reed. Just when I was starting to think I'd come on too strongly.
You have an odd way of making advances.
You're hardly the charmer yourself. I was hoping we could talk. It's the least you could do after bringing those gentlemen along.
You saved my life at the Temple of Dagon. Why?
How could I not? I suspected that you too were chosen. As it turns out, I was right. We walk the same path, you and I. I extended only the courtesy of a fellow traveler. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's reassuring. So you're here on some kind of, what, pilgrimage?
This is where my family once gathered, before descending into the depths, never to see the sun again. They left me here. Punishment for being a disappointment, lacking the curse they wanted to exploit, as if that were all I was.
I was told the Chosen all go insane. Is it true?
All of them. No ordinary human can bear the curse, but I was destined to carry this burden, trained for it. It is mine alone, yet still I am denied it.
Those gentlemen were here when I arrived. Tell me, what were they after?
They have been a nuisance, hounding me for some time. I don't know their leader, but whoever they are, they're determined.
And so you slaughtered them.
They wanted me dead. I retaliated. If I looked, Mr. Reed, would I not find your hands soiled the same way?
I can't let you have the seal.
Now, Charles, let's be civilized. By now you know enough to understand what this entails. I'll make you an offer. I have been groomed for this. I have waited my entire life for this. I am chosen. I am chosen. Let me free you from the burden.
Are you saying you can stop me going mad?
I can, with a ritual of my own design. There have been setbacks, yes, but now, with a piece of Katiganar in my hands, I know it will work.
You better start making sense, Blackwood.
I can extract the Dreamer's seed from you. I will bear this burden and carry it into the Stygian depths below the city. And you shall be free. Free to help me in this quest on an equal footing, or to flee the city with your sanity.
It can't be that easy.
None of it was easy. I have given everything I have. Everything to be here. I know this is my fate. Our fate. You can be saved, Mr. Reed. Let me help. I beg you. This is not where your journey ends.
If it's the only way to keep my marbles in this forsaken city, then... okay, let's do it.
Ah, Charles, you are a wise and courageous man. Please, lie down on the altar so we may begin. Lie down on the altar, Mr. Reed. Your cure awaits.
Did it crack under my weight? Sure, I could lose a few pounds, but still... odd. Oh, damn. You poor dead bastard.
Charles, no! What are you doing? Return to the altar!
Fool! This one is beyond your reach. Your path ends here.
Magoka, Relu, Haftenyar, Ikutungi, Irulu! Magoka. Charles, no! What are you doing?
Fool! This one is beyond your reach. Your path ends here.
Something inside me fought the ritual. It overcame me, and I killed Evernote. I killed him with my bare hands. budge. Sealed by the police. What could Johannes have done?
Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Sealed by the police. What could Johannes have done? Seeing a dead policeman must be bad luck. Really bad. Monade possesses the ultimate power of transforming the world. Thus, being added to an odd number, it turns into an even. And added to an even makes it odd. As our material existence is not life, so our material destruction is not death. For this world is nothing more than just a play of lights and shadows, dwarfed to insignificance in the endless corridor of angles yielded by mirrors that reflect each other. .38 revolver shell casing. That's the same I'm using. 3 shots to the gut, 1 through the heart. Quick death. It appears someone tried to help him, but all in vain.
Repeat the verse after me. Gnaya ilya ogn glui astor fatane ungi bunma.
Wear this. Kill Vanderberg, and your sweet new wife won't get hurt.
The bloodstains are still wet. This phone was used recently.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode of mine. Can't you see we are having a seance? What are you... Ah!
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot! Please send help!
Okay, let's see what actually happened here.
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode of mine. Can't you see we are having a...
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot! Please send help!
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you. Can't you see we are having a...
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot! Please send help!
Step right in, my friend. Let me welcome you in this humble abode. Can't you see we are having a safe...
Police? Mr. Vanderberg has been shot!
Johannes Vanderberg was with a guest when the killer arrived and shot him. His visitor survived and used the phone to call the police. appears someone tried to help him, but all in vain. Monade possesses Pierre de Lalande. Repercussions and reflections. Pierre de Lalande. Repercussions and reflections. Le Philosophe Inconnu. Selection of maxims and aphorisms. As our material existence for this world is nothing, Monade possesses the ultimate power of transforming the world. Your humble servant, Theurgy of Math.
Stop right there. Put your hands up and don't try anything stupid.
What? Why?
You're under arrest for the murder of Johannes Vanderberg.
And what if I don't comply?
My officers have your head in their sights. Itchy trigger fingers, the lot of them. You really want to give them an excuse.
Ah, point taken, sir.
Smart choice. Go ahead, men.
Rise and shine, Detective Reed. Hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Weren't you the man giving orders back at the Carpenter Manor? To what do I owe the pleasure?
You have an excellent memory, Reed. The name's Frank. Regardless, I'm here for you. Mr. Carpenter has put up your bail.
That's generous of Mr. Carpenter, but tell me, how did he know I was here?
The Carpenter family has a long and proud history of supporting the Oakmont Police Department. Let's just say they keep us in the loop.
I must confess I'm, pleasantly surprised. That seems helping Mr. Carpenter was a good choice after all.
Well, you helped Mr. Carpenter, and now he returned the favor. The Carpenter family always pays its debts.
I didn't kill anyone. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Reed. The witness must be mistaken.
No, seriously. I'm innocent.
Okay, sir. Mr. Carpenter wishes to see you. I suggest you take up the matter with him yourself.
Fine. Thank you.
You better start brown-nosing Carpenter. If it were up to me, we'd have already thrown away the key.
Sir, I didn't do a thing.
Oh, really, newcomer? Shall I read your record aloud?
Go ahead. I'm a good citizen.
A good citizen with a shotgun. People like you are best kept in jail, if not the asylum.
Does the record mention I'm a former asylum patient? Perhaps it's best to, tread lightly.
Former patient being the regrettable fact here.
You would do well to hold your tongue. I have seen things you wouldn't wish on your worst enemies. Electrocution, mutilation, drowning.
Sounds like they left things unfinished with you. If it'd help, I'll happily give you a dose of the electric chair.
You're not so good with people, are you, officer?
Men like you are why this city is a mess. You blow off locks and break into houses to ransack them. You stroll the streets with a loaded gun, firing at innocent passers-by. And don't you dare deny it.
If I were you, I'd be careful how you speak to me. Just a few words to a few important people and you're out of a job. Keep that in mind.
I ain't impressed by your connections, Reed. Take 'em away, and you're nobody. Just remember, if it weren't for your powerful friends, you'd still be rotting in Oakmont jail. Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Damn newcomers.
Don't you have work to do?
A little blackmail, a little larceny, a worthwhile scrap or two, just like the old days.
Mr. Carpenter, glad to see you in good health.
Yeah, I'm glad too, kid. It was hard to make it here in one piece after all that turmoil. I never expected this from my own son.
I'm sorry for that.
Never mind. Nothing wine, women, and song can't fix. I'm still going strong, kid, if you know what I mean.
I didn't see Graham here. What happened to him?
I had to ensure my own survival, kid. I don't think you want to know more than that.
I wanted to thank you for bailing me out of jail. That was very helpful.
Yeah, sure, kid. But you must understand that your freedom ain't yet insured. They still have a witness against you. Milton Pierce. I can make sure the police swallow whatever I feed them. But I need some morsels to offer. You get me, kid?
You need evidence of my innocence.
Find the one to blame and let my taskmaster know. Old Brutus will do the rest.
Who is this Milton Pierce?
Another rich rascal running for mayor. Nothing special. Just your typical Reed Heights scum.
Do you know where I can find him?
No idea, kid. From what I've seen in newspaper interviews, he's all over this town.
Thank you. I should go.
Wait a second, kid. Take this. It's a fine tool for sticky situations. Make good use of it.
Will do. Thanks.
Yeah. Watch yourself, kid.
How you doing, handsome?
Damn newcomers!
Extra, extra. All the news.
This guy sure had some blood on his hands. Literally. He must be taking his election campaign very seriously. Emptier than a banker's heart. Someone got changed here in a hurry. Someone got changed here in a hurry. They definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter. The shape is familiar. I've seen similar daggers before.
The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Ah, where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Time to figure this out.
Ah, where's my dang top? Get these out of my sight, Robert. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Get these out of my... where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Where's my... Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Where's my... Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Get these out of my sight. Where's my dang tie? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Where's my dang tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves. Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Where's my dang tie? Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that... The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. The blood was spurting out. Where's my... Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs? Where's my dang tie? The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me. The blood was spurting out of him, Robert, just... where's my... Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Milton Pierce came home covered in blood. He ordered his butler to take his clothes downstairs and went to meet voters at City Hall. They definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter. Is he planning to become the Prince of Oakmont, or is this just some light reading? Good day, Mr. Pierce. Bet you didn't expect to see me.
How are you here? You should be in jail.
I have good friends who bailed me out. I just want to talk.
Well, okay, if you wish.
Why did you claim I did it?
Excuse me? Why wouldn't I? A friend of mine was killed. Why should I let that go?
You saw the real killer. Tell me who it was.
Want to know what I saw? I saw a bloody newcomer rush in, murder Johannes, and stroll out like it was no big deal.
You're certain it was a newcomer. How can you be so sure?
Trust me, Oakmonters know a newcomer when they see one. We locals can tell.
You know I didn't do it.
Quite the opposite, Reed. I saw your face. Or are you going to claim it wasn't yours?
You seem like a rational man, Pierce. Can't we come to an arrangement?
Are you attempting to bribe a politician, Mr. Reed? What makes you think I'd accept such an offer?
I'm sorry. I must be thinking of a different Milton Pierce.
But let me tell you, my beloved mother is so old and so rich. I'll miss her dearly when she's gone.
Well, that's a non sequitur.
Mr. Reed, how do I put this? I find my campaign hamstrung by a distinct lack of resources.
So it's about the money after all.
I fear that all the budget pressures are affecting my cognition. If the situation were improved, perhaps I'd see things more clearly. For instance, I might suddenly realize I'd mistaken you for someone else. You could even remind me of whom.
I could just kill you, you know.
Great idea. Kill the only witness while being investigated for murder. I'm sure the police will understand.
That's reasonable. But you're assuming, after all I've seen and done in this damn place, I still listen to reason.
Threatening a mayoral candidate. You truly are a newcomer.
How could you propose such a thing? Against your own mother, no less. You're a heartless monster. I won't do it.
Don't get emotional, Reed. Go for a walk, breathe the salty air, then picture your execution. Perhaps with some perspective, you'll reconsider.
I doubt it.
Whatever you say, sir. I'll just leave you this bottle and her address anyway. And Reed, don't come back here after. People shouldn't see me with you. So, how's my dear mother doing? You should be aware that you're threatening an important
policymaker in this city. So, how's my dear mother doing?
Please, help me! Please!
You think this'll make me work faster, newcomer?
budge. This door will be hard to fix. Are you Glenn Byers?
Yes. Who are you?
Charles Reed, P.I. The guy taking the fall for your murder.
Okay. How did you find me?
Are you serious? I'm a private eye. Now don't make this any worse for yourself and answer my questions. Why did you murder Johannes Vanderberg?
I had no choice. I am an honest man, sir. I have a family. My sweet Evelyn and Michael, our son. I didn't want to do it, but they had him hostage. I don't even know Johann, or whatever he's called.
You and I look rather similar, wouldn't you say? How is that possible?
I don't know. This is the face I was born with. I'm just as confused as you are.
Do you have any relatives in Boston?
Not that I know of. My family is from Providence, Rhode Island.
Just another of this town's oddities to add to the list. Do you know who's responsible?
It was a gang. I'd never seen any of them before. This guy gave me a gun. Will? Maybe. But I don't know if he was anyone special. That's all I know. I swear.
Tell me exactly how it all happened.
They broke into our house while I was out. I came home and found the broken door. There were signs of a struggle, but my family... Poor Evelyn. They were gone.
You never thought to report their abduction. Why not get help from the police?
I wanted to call the coppers. I did, but they sent me... Drunk. I can't. It's still on the table. I have no guts to touch it.
I'll need to inspect the place where it happened.
If you have to. It's next door. I locked it so no one can get in. So I don't have to look at it again.
Okay, let's say I believe you. You've done the deed, so where are your wife and son now?
I don't know. The gang leader promised they'd be released, but they haven't returned. Please, I realize I'm in no position to ask, but can we make a deal?
Depends on the offer.
I am guilty. I took a life, but you have shouldered the blame. I will turn myself into the police and make this right. When I hand over the weapon, they will have to believe me, but I can't do it until I know my family is safe.
Right. So I rescue your family to save my own skin.
In a nutshell, yes. So what's your answer?
All right, I'll do it. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Thank you. You're a better man than I, Mr. Reed. I'm sorry that I put you in this position, but I will make it right. I promise. What am I to do now?
Seems like everywhere I go lately, I find blood. This door will be hard to fix. Some of the boards look fresh. No dust. Joy is really cute here. I wish I could hear her sing. Crepe, silk, and lace. Must have been a pretty dress before it was torn. Who in hell would think to use a spade as a weapon? Oh, wait a minute. Seems like everywhere I go lately, I find blood. Old but clean and shiny. That's definitely been taken good care of. So, the home of a suffragette, huh? Still has a wedding ring on. What kind of monster does that? There's a note in the envelope.
What am I to do now?
There used to be some writing here, but it's been washed off, at least partially.
Open this door or I'll kick it down!
Don't you dare touch my mom!
Catch up to us when you're done. And don't waste any time rescuing Martin. He's expendable.
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Open this door or I'll kick it down!
Don't you dare touch my mom!
Catch up to us when you're done. And don't waste any time rescuing Martin. He's expendable.
A gang broke in and kidnapped a mother and son. The latter fought back, knocking an attacker through the floor. And the rest of the assailants left with the hostages. How do I get into the room beneath us?
Why? The kitchen? It's locked.
One of Evelyn's attackers fell through a hole in the floor. Maybe I'll find something useful if I look around.
Wow. How do you know all that? You detective types sure are clever. It would explain the broken boards. I'll get you the key, and, sorry for the mess.
I'll get going. That's a rare spirit. They're lucky to have a bottle from before Prohibition. Someone must have had a hard fall here. Glad I'm not him. Congratulations on your wedding, from Sister Peg.
Help me! Somebody! Anybody! Help!
Let's see what he's got in here. Now that sends shivers down the spine. Someone must have had a hard fall here. Glad I'm not him. Old but clean and shiny. That's definitely been taken good care of. So, the home of a suffragette, huh?
What am I to do now?
Seems like every crepe, silk, and lace. Must have been a pretty dress before it was torn. This door will be hard to fix. Some of the boards look fresh. No dust.
Please, sir. I have a family to care for.
There used to be some writing here, but it's been washed off, at least partially. That's a rare spirit. They're lucky to have a bottle from before Prohibition. Now that sends shivers down the spine.